All right guys, welcome back to the channel. So last week we got the rock sliders all finished up. So for now at least, that's all of the fabrication for the Jeep Gladiator we're gonna do.
Yep, so now we gotta get these things outside, get them ready to blast, sandblast. And then we also gotta get the paint booth cleaned up, get it spick and span, that way we'll be ready to put down some color on this stuff.
Yep. And don't forget about this month's giveaway. It's the Mayhew punch and chisel set. So if you want to get entered in that, just subscribe to the channel, go down in the comments and tap subscribe.
Yeah, don't forget to get in on that. Try to give back to our viewers. So, yep, go to the comments, type subscribe, get entered for the contest.
Yeah, so we're going to get to it.
Yep, let's go.
Hopefully ain't no black widows.
Yeah,
house
that's what I
in
was
here.
thinking.
Ready. I think we're ready.
Yep, as ready as we can get, I think.
Yep. Nothing like painting in a perfectly sterile environment.
Oh yeah. Well, let's go do some blasting.
Let's do it.
They're setting up all the goodies here.
Yep. A lot involved.
The air conditioning set up.
I'm gonna plug this in before you ever put that hood on. I'll tell you that.
Space helmet.
Mm-hmm. There's the air conditioner.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we got all that good stuff. We got the old 6-cylinder Deutz Ingersoll 375. Got a homemade dryer here. It's not quite done, but one day I want to get a aftercooler and mount up here with a pneumatic fan blowing up, and this will basically just be a wet tank. Not going to have any desiccant tablets or anything. I don't intend doing that. It's just going to catch water. Then we got 2 separators coming to the pot. Just got done rebuilding this, blasted, repainted. All we got to do is fill her up, go to work. Yep, she full. them up a little bit.
Alright, so we just about got it all whooped. Working on the front bumper, last piece of the puzzle. Coming along looking pretty good. Holmes is going to get this knocked out. We can get everything put back, hung up in the shop. Get ready for some paint. Let's get it done. Good now. All right, folks, we got everything blasted, got everything hung up in here. You might say, I thought y'all were cleaning a paint booth. Well, we are, we did.
Yeah, see how clean it is?
Yeah, see, nice and clean in here. But anyway, we got everything ready to go. So Holmes is getting ready to mix up some epoxy. We'll let that fester for a little while. Incubate, activate,
Induce.
there you go. That's the term I was looking for. Induce. And we'll shoot it with epoxy. Let it dry overnight. Do a little work on it in the morning. And then we'll be ready to shoot the good stuff. Oh yeah, look at that. Thing of beauty.
Smells good too. So I think it's an association thing. I always like the way the paint smells.
Because it's associated with getting to the end of a project?
Yeah, and you know, just the satisfaction you get when you stand back and look at something freshly painted, looks pretty.
Yeah.
And it's the end of a project too. All right. Nothing like dumping a full gallon. This is 100% gonna make a mess.
Yep, guaranteed.
Actually, let's get another, oh, we got another cup right here. If you do it fast, it doesn't make such a big mess. So we'll just dump this and pour out of it. Still gonna make a mess, but it should be less. Oh, paper's loose too.
Here's what not to do.
It's a disaster.
Oh! What a letdown.
That's why you gotta do it fast.
Dang it, man.
If you're trying to measure that, it'd be all over everything. One 50-50. Got quart cups. 12 ounces of this, 12 ounces of that. Some good old leftover part B.
Oh, yeah.
Say it gets better with age, like fine wine.
Yeah, judging by the
tint.
Yeah, the tint on that. Ooh, look at that. So if the epoxy falls off, we'll know why.
It won't fall off. Been using it like this for years. Same can. Yeah. At some point they started putting dates on them. 9/30/20.
Oh, I ain't even that old yet.
Yeah, it's only 3 years old. Just mix a coat at a time. So we've got to wait an hour between coats, so it has plenty of time to induce between coats.
Now we gotta do,
Wait.
let this incubate, and we'll be ready.
Yep. Well, 30 minutes, be ready to spray.
Well, epoxy should be done incubating.
Yep.
So,
Finally time.
moment we've all been waiting for. Throw some color down.
Give it all another stir.
Yep, gotta make sure it's melded good.
Got my second best painting clothes on.
Yep.
Can't be painting in good clothes.
Who needs a painting suit when you got good painting clothes?
Yeah. Here we go. I told you it was a paint booth. You get it too thick, it does that. But that sandblasted texture is so rough, it's hard to tell how wet it is.
First coat has been applied.
That was rough. Ooh, I never seen so many nooks and crannies in my whole life. So we got a pretty rough texture with our sandblast. It's kind of throwing me off because it's hard to tell when you got a wet coat with that much texture. That kind of made it tough, but. We'll put another coat on it here in about an hour. Hopefully it'll start slicking off a little bit. Oh, I know what the problem is. I don't have all my lights on. No wonder I can't paint.
Yeah, that's true. Of course, I don't know that these lights provide much light, but
That one sure don't. That one provides very little.
that one's probably been banged around with too much metal.
Yep. Well, be back in an hour.
Yep.
Alright, so we got our second coat of epoxy on. Let it dry all night. Now we're ready to take them down. Plan is, we're just gonna body work these welds that are shown. We're just gonna round these welds off. Then we'll shoot epoxy again. So the plan for now is most of these things are gonna be Line-X'd. But we're going to paint these blue and certain odds and ends. So the tow hooks will be blue on the back bumper too. I think we're gonna paint this where the license plate goes blue.
Yeah, the kind of the effect you're going for, just to kind of give it a little extra custom touch, to kind of give it the effect that it was a color match bumper that's had Line-X put on it. So we're also going to do the inside of the fog light holes, the sides of the steps. We're going to do blue.
Yep.
So just a little extra touch.
So that's the plan for today. Let's do a little body work, get epoxy back on everything by the end of the day, and then tomorrow we can spray base coat, clear coat.
Yep. Yeah, and then we also are going to bring in the grill and spray it too. We're going to make it mostly blue, but with some black accents around the grill louvers and the headlights. So a lot to do.
Yes, sir. Lots to do. So let's get to doing it.
Yep.
So we got to give it a little wipe down with some wax and grease remover. So we've been touching all over it. Dang, spider webs already.
Yep, everywhere.
Yeah, you guys may think by the amount of spider webs in here that this shop never gets clean, but I can assure you, in less than a week, they'll all be back. Spiders are relentless around here.
Yep.
We're supposed to let that stuff flash for 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
Ain't nobody got that kind of time. That's why I went over with a dry rag. Holy, that's light.
Santa Monica.
We may have to get some of this too.
We're going to town sooner than we thought.
Yeah.
Rage Ultra. New and improved.
Well, it ain't new anymore because that can's several years old.
About 5 years ago, they improved it.
Yeah. Yeah, I doubt it's 5 years old. It is probably at least 3.
What was last? Was the Kodiak? Was the hauler for the Kodiak? No. The King Ranch?
Probably the King Ranch. I don't remember where Pete's bed was and all that.
Pete's bed?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot about you painting Pete's bed.
Man, this lid not coming off here is a little concerning. Normally these things pop right off.
That sucker seems like it's welded down.
Mm-hmm. This stuff may not be any good either. Don't look particularly healthy.
Let's take a look here. Oh yeah, still good. Still smells good. Isn't that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
It smells good. All right.
I mean, it looks good. Problem is, like this is, you know, some of the
Separated
solvents.
out.
Yeah. And that ain't going back in.
Yeah.
And that spot down there is hard too.
Think it's even worth it to risk it? Cause us more headaches than...
Well, considering we don't have enough to do it all, probably not. We probably ought to just go on into town and get what we need. All right, we're back. We made it to the paint store. We got us some new filler.
Yeah, fresh stuff.
We got our base coat. We got some paper. Got some more seam sealer. We got some lids. Here's our base coat. Good old Omni.
Hydro blue.
Yep. PB&J. Yeah, that's about it. We got some more gun cleaner. We're set up now. All right. Let's try this again.
Man, look at that. That's a good sign.
Yeah. Yeah, if this lid was stuck, we'd have problems.
Much better.
That's probably way too much.
Let's see what we got over here. Yeah.
We'll probably waste half that at least.
Let the fun begin.
Yeah, probably just gonna have to smear this in with our fingers. That's the best way I've found to do it. Starting to kick.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's it.
Yep. Definitely half.
Mm-hmm.
Round 2. Yeah, it doesn't even seem like much until you start kneading it, and then it feels like a lot.
A lot of filler or a lot of hardener?
A lot of hardener.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know whoever decided that you should put a line across it. You know, that's what I always heard.
Yeah, that's definitely false advertisement.
Yeah, if you have a 3-inch dollop of filler and you put a line all the way across there, you're gonna have exactly 17 seconds to work it.
Yeah, I made that mistake. It's like, oh, I'm gonna follow the instructions.
Yeah, don't do that.
Do things right. All right, well, just got through putting some filler on the welds and some little like pinholes, different spots that we found. And it's about time for everybody's favorite thing, sanding.
Yeah, I think before we make a big mess with all that sand and dust, we probably ought to do what seam sealing we're gonna do.
Oh yeah.
And flip them over and seam seal some of the spots that are stitch welded. That'll just keep moisture from getting underneath that metal where the paint's not under there. Make it last a little longer.
Oh, what the heck? You stuck or what? Is it just that heavy?
You're just getting weak.
I know it. Yeah, you spend all these hours building stuff. Take every step you can to make it last.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, on this back side, obviously nobody's gonna see it. Try and smooth it out, make sure it's in there good. Fairly smooth, but this ain't gotta be perfect.
Getting all our little seams sealed up. It's pretty hard to see black on black, but we're putting seam sealer down in this crack where that mount.
Yeah, it's the only side of the mount that isn't welded. So.
Mm-hmm. And we sealed up all of these brackets, these little braces where it was just stitch welded. We got all that in between the stitch welds. We're not going to do this this rail that bolts to the pinch weld because we can't seal it behind these braces, which means we'd just be creating a big trap for dirt and water. So we're just going to leave the whole thing open. That way it can drain and dry. We got all the spots between stitch welds sealed up in the back. Keep moisture out of there. Should be all sealed up. Same thing on the back bumper. Went around all the light brackets. All stitch welds. All sealed up. Alright, so here's what we're going for with all this filler. Just get a nice radius in here. Cover up that weld. So you can see there's top of the weld right there. So it's not all built out of filler, it's mainly weld. We're just filling in the corners. So that's the idea behind it. Same thing here. We just got a bunch more to go. All right, so we got all our sanding done. Wasn't too bad, took about 2.5 hours. So now we gotta blow this place down again, wipe it all down, wax and grease remover. We'll give that a little bit to dry up, flash off, and then we'll hit it with epoxy again, and then we'll be ready for base coat, clear coat tomorrow. Got the fair lead here, got it prepped up, ready to go. We're gonna paint it blue too. Yeah, we just went over it all. We hit it with some 80 grit, knocked it down, then 180 to take out the 80 grit scratches. So went pretty fast. Slick this off, it's going to be blue. Same thing with our hooks. Just slicked them off a little bit. So it's ready to go. We'll get it cleaned up, spray some epoxy.
Mixing up the second round of epoxy. Yeah, it looks a little fresher.
Well, we can get out of here for about 30 minutes.
Yep, let her incubate.
Yep. Come back, shoot it. Then all we got to do is get the grill ready.
Yeah.
All right, so we've been planning to repaint this grill since we started this Gladiator project, and we've had our minds made up for about 4 or 5 weeks now what we're going to do. But in the last 15 minutes, we've completely changed our minds. We're going a completely different route with it.
Yep.
What we were originally planning to do was basically repaint the whole grill blue and just leave the insides where these inserts go black. We contemplated leaving the headlight buckets black too, but we kind of changed our mind on that. But now what I think we're going to do is where the hood meets the grill, it has this lip that goes all the way around. We're going to paint this blue, and we're going to mask off these inserts and just paint this lip blue. The insert itself will still stay black or gray, whatever color that is, but it'll just have a blue lip around the inside on every one of them. So that way the grill's basically still black. You still recognize it as a Willis Jeep, but it'll be obvious that it's been customized.
Yep.
Yeah, like the other way, if we painted the whole thing blue, like Bub said, well, then it's just going to look like every other Gladiator grill with a, color matched. So that's what the plan is now. So we're going to get this grill out of here and get it prepped so we can spray base coat and clear coat on this tomorrow with the rest of the parts.
All right, so 6 push pins. I think pull these up. Then, oh yeah, pretty flimsy. Grab the bottom. Hopefully it didn't just break. Bam.
Nothing to it.
And it looks like, oh yeah.
Gonna come apart.
Yeah, it just looks like a bunch of Torx holding these in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 Torx, and then this should pop loose, I think.
That's
what
good.
What it looks like.
Awesome. Let's get it in there, get it cleaned up, scuffed. Start masking. It's gonna be a lot of masking.
Yep.
All right. So we gotta scuff it good, but we don't want to cut through it. Which I don't think cutting through it's gonna be that easy to do with a Scotch-Brite, but you don't want to be bearing down on.
Yeah, round edges, the edges and stuff.
It doesn't need a super coarse tooth. It just needs good coverage. All right, we got it all cleaned up, scuffed down. Now we get to start the arduous task of masking. Probably my least favorite part, but Gotta be done.
Pretty dang good to me.
Now you can see what we're dealing with. So this lip all the way around will be blue, and then these inside edges will be blue.
It's gonna look good.
It's all masked up, ready to go for in the morning. We'll just wipe everything down again, start spraying. It's about midnight now, so I think we'll go to bed.
Yeah, I second that.
I'm pretty tired. I think I'll go home now. All right, so we're all filtered up. Hopefully that'll keep the dust down a little bit. Got some lights on. Those are probably gonna be all kinds of in the way, but since we're gonna have to spray this upside down, I think it's gonna be necessary. So I'm gonna cut this back fan on, get the air moving, let whatever dust is gonna fly. We'll run a tack cloth over all this stuff and start shooting some paint. So here we go.
Hey, got some pretty paint right there.
Yeah, it is. It's 1-to-1. We're going to activate it with an ounce of our clear coat activator. Gun today. I really like this thing. It doesn't do anything in a real big hurry, but I just like the way it sprays. It sprays nice. For little spots or areas, it's perfect. I think we're all pretty much ready to go. Go over it with a tack cloth real quick and make it pretty. We're planning to spray 3 coats. This should be enough base coat to get all 3 coats. We're going to wait about 15 minutes between coats. And I think we'll give it about an hour before we clear it. It's starting to look blue.
Yep.
It's gonna be purty.
Yep, it's gonna look good.
Definitely gonna take a couple more at least.
Yeah, that black primer.
Yep. Kind of hard to cover. Kind of hard to see what you're getting on there, but I'll just keep hitting it with light coats until it's blue.
Yep.
So far, it's looking good. I like it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Getting excited.
Yep. We'll give it about another 10 more minutes. We'll hit it again. Here goes coat number 3. $35. Of course, we probably don't want to wait that long to unmask this. Looks like a pretty good line.
Yep, I would say so. Looking good. Now for all them. My razor knife, it's got a point on it.
No, we probably just do more damage when I hit the paint. A little bit of bleeding there.
Dang, sure enough. see. Nothing too crazy, but definitely adds that custom touch.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna look dang good.
Yeah, this is way better than our original idea.
Yeah, I second that. Yep, everything's got the base coat. Got
Yeah.
about 35 more minutes.
I feel like we need to give it a little wipe down with the wax and grease remover. So I'm not sure how clean it was when we masked it. Plus we were masking it barehanded. And then there's those 2 or 3 little spots where we left some tape residue.
Yeah, probably a good idea then.
Yeah, we'll give it 30 minutes. Wipe it down, give it another 30 minutes. Then we're shooting clear. All right, so we're just about ready to spray some clear. We went with a little bitty piece of Scotch-Brite and we just took off those couple of little spots where our base coat bled through the edge of the tape. We wiped it back down with wax and grease remover and we waited for that to flash off. And now we're gonna tack it all down again, spray some clear.
Last step.
Yep. Got out the big guns, Supernova. I like it pretty well. Had this one for probably, I don't know, 10 years or more. And I think it's a good clear gun. Spraying SPI Universal Clear. Time to make it look pretty. Yeah, that sucker is looking badass.
Yeah, that thing is super sweet. Dang. I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's got some dust in it.
Yeah.
Painting a welding shop, it's to be expected.
Yeah, since when have we ever not had dust?
Yeah, y'all probably realized pretty quick, I cleared everything. The reason we decided to put clear over this epoxy where it's going to be Line-Xed is just for our own peace of mind, really. It's not necessary for the Line-X, but I just feel better about having a slick coat of paint versus an oversprayed surface. You know, it gets kind of chalky and dusty. So if you don't really put a lot of effort into the prep work, there's a chance that Line-X isn't going to stick real good. So I'll probably just spray the blue with the clear on the next coat. And then on the third coat, I'll hit everything again. And it'll melt whatever overspray it's gotten on it from the skip pass. So that way it'll all be slick and should get good adhesion with the Line-X. So that's why we're doing that. So we'll be back 30 minutes.
Yep, 30 minutes to the next coat. All right, here we go. Second coat on the clear coat.
Yep.
Yep, 2 down, 1 more to go. Here we go.
Yep.
Round 3, last coat.
Okay, our clears. Well, I wouldn't say it's dry, but it's stacked up. I think it all came out pretty good. It's gonna look really good once it has some Line-X on it. The grill really came out awesome. Really happy with the way this turned out. I'm glad we decided to go this route instead of the inverse of it.
Yeah, me too.
I think it looks really good. But we're gonna have to let it dry. We can't really do much with it today. So I think that's gonna be it for this episode. Next week we're scheduled to go Line-X and get this stuff sprayed. So next week we'll be doing that and putting it all together, wiring lights, stuff like that. So make sure you come back for that one.
Yep. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. Go down in the comments and type subscribe. That gets you entered into our monthly giveaways. This month, we're giving away a Mayhew Pro punch and chisel set. So, come in pretty handy, so go check that out. But that's going to do it. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Thanks for watching.